international challenge, Great Britain versus Australia, tonight reaches its dramatic conclusion. The head-on clash for the pride and glory of winning the Ashes. Standing between the contenders and that coveted trophy, the greatest gladiators from Great Britain and the most awesome in Australia. The grand final in this battle for the Ashes is introduced by Ulrika Johnson and Mike Hammond.
Good evening and a very warm welcome to the National Indoor Arena here in Birmingham and to the Ashes final. Now, the result over the past couple of weeks has meant that the Aussies have secured themselves a win in the women's event, but it's only thanks to Mark Everett's victory last week that the Brits are in with a fighting chance.
And doesn't the home crowd love it? I tell you what, though, I wouldn't be in Mark's shoes for anything tonight. The pressure must be amazing. Not only has he got to compete in his own right, but if he fails, the Ashes go home to Australia. So the pressure is really on him tonight. Of course, the winner will take home £6,000. That's 12,000 Australian dollars. But the runner-up will take home £2,000. That's about $4,000. So I think we should get them out here.
Let's meet the girls. Marissa Hootner.
And Catherine Arlo.
Welcome, Marissa. Now, what have you been up to since we saw you last?
Just basically the same training I always do. I try to keep in a regular routine, so don't make things too different.
Now, how about tonight? Any favourite events?
I like hang tough.
So we can look forward to some success in that, we hope.
Yeah, and probably the pendulum too.
Oh, fingers crossed. Yeah. Marissa Hootner!
Now, Catherine, I suppose we should remind Australian viewers, in fact Brit viewers who haven't seen you before, but you and Marissa have come up against each other before in a domestic series in Australia.
That's right. We came up in the grand final and unfortunately I fell off hang tough and broke my collarbone, so I was unable to run the Eliminator and she had to run it by herself.
OK, we wish you all the best tonight.
Thanks a lot, Mike.
Catherine Arlo, ladies and gentlemen.
Now it's time to meet the guys representing Australia, Paul Reynolds.
And for the Brits, it's Mark Everett.
Feeling. Remind us, first of all, what you do and where you come from.
Right, I'm from Sydney, New South Wales, Australia. I work in an office and study by day, and I work for the Sydney's Hot Shots Dent Show by night.
I see, I see. And you're a pretty fit kind of guy. What have you been up to since we saw you last? Any special training or any special preparation?
No, just the usual training that I've been doing. I've been doing a lot of sightseeing. I went to the Cadbury Chocolate Factory, had a look around. I've discovered you guys have the same sort of culture as us. We drink lots of beer and you drink more.
Let's hear it for Paul Reynolds.
Now, Mark, are you cool under pressure or what? I mean, how are you feeling at the moment?
I'm feeling a bit nervous because I know the whole country's riding on my shoulders tonight to perform and win, and I'm just going to give it my best shot.
After last week's show, a lot of the crew were talking about how amazed we all are at your athletic ability. I mean, you're fast, you're strong, you really are supremely fit. What do you do to keep fit? What sort of work do you do?
I train for the decathlon and weight training, but running up to the Gladiators, I train with the Boston rugby team, sidestepping and power events like sprint drills, etc.
So I guess it must have been great last week too when you get home with your young son and Frankie, your fiancée. I mean, I know they're with us again tonight. They wouldn't have missed it for anything. And you've certainly got the crowd on your side, but you've got the whole country's pride riding on your shoulders tonight. So we wish you all the best, Mark.
Thank you very much. I'll give it my 100%.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Mark Everett for the Brits.
Well, we've met the girls and we've met the guys, so let the Ashes final begin. First up on the pendulum, it's Marissa. And tonight, she's facing Vogue. Over to John Anderson.
Set the pendulum!
Fearsome 5-metre diameter pendulum swings into play, and Australia's Marissa Hootner makes her move. A physical education teacher from Canberra looking to give Vogue another 60-second lesson in agility on this giant globe. Last time these two met, Marissa evaded capture for the full minute and scored 10. She's headed straight down under, and Vogue is circling around the equator, wondering where in the world is Australia. Marissa defeated our own Sarah Dam and Michelle Kimberley in her Ashes heat, a former waitress, and doing a bit of waiting once again, waiting for Vogue to find her. Here she comes, but Marissa's going to clock up 5 for keeping her nose clean for 40 seconds. Vogue's within striking distance, but badly placed for a flag snatch. That yellow standard flapping on Marissa's back is Vogue's target. The Aussie tougher than a copper with Crocodile Dundee on his case. Vogue trying to get alongside to flag her down, but the severity of the swing sucks the air from her lungs like a vacuum cleaner. Time up, 10 points to Marissa. And the Aussie delegation delighted. Well, although Vogue was close, she was never in a position to prevent the points being scored. Couldn't get a grip of that flag on Marissa, even when we thought Vogue couldn't miss her.
Next up on the pendulum, it's Catherine. And she's going to be facing Lightning.
Lightning dazzles the crowd with her smile, and with these impressive physical facts and figures, she stands 1.70 meters tall and weighs in at 58 kilos. Now, if we compare those numbers now with Catherine's, we'll see the Aussie in her cosy stands 1 centimetre taller and 3 kilos heavier.
2, 1.
This is Catherine's first ever competition pendulum. Earlier, she told me that she once chipped her shin bone and fractured her cheekbone while abseiling. And in her time, she's broken her clavicle, which is a great pity because it's my favourite Australian musical instrument. Just joking. Meanwhile, Lightning looks to have located her at last. Catherine hanging on in, waiting until she's forced to make a move. Lightning descending to try and deny her the points. That flapping flag makes a tempting target. Lightning well placed to finish it. Catherine should think about crabbing sideways. Kristen and Tracy's mascara looks to have run. They just wish Catherine would too. Lightning strikes, can't get up, but John Anderson's whistled it to a stop. 38.7 on the clock. Maybe another look will tell us why. Did Catherine block on the blind side? Well, I'm sure John Anderson will let us know later. Meanwhile, here's Uli.
Well, Catherine, that was a very, very hard event, and certainly as you're going to the bottom of the pendulum, you're at the toughest part of the pendulum. Were you aware that John Anderson blew the whistle before the end of the game?
I had an idea after what I did. She came around the side, and as she grabbed for my tag, I just kind of like put an arm out. And I think that's illegal.
It certainly is here. John, come and explain yourself.
Yes, this is a chase game, and the contenders are not allowed to block the Gladiator getting to it. They've got to move away. And in this case, the contender used the body to block from the Gladiator and is therefore disqualified.
Well, let's hear for Lightning and Catherine.
The rules on these occasions are quite clear, even if John Anderson isn't. Marissa has 10, Catherine yet to score.
We've seen the girls, now let's see the guys. First up for Australia, let's welcome Paul Reynolds. And our gladiator, Saracen.
Saracen stacks up superbly. 1.82 meter height-wise, 108 weight-wise, and 122 when he puffs out his chest. Australia's Paul Reynolds measures up well, but still 4 centimetres shorter, 28 kilos lighter, and 10 centimetres less round the chest wall region.
2, 1.
Paul has an impressive record on the pendulum, scored 10 against Hunter, and that's a bit of a rarity in the record books. Paul, you may remember, prefers to head for the North Pole when defending his flag. Saracen scampering round, Paul keeping a sharp lookout. Sees Saracen coming over the horizon and makes his move. Paul, a professional dancer, more used to swinging round a ballroom rather than a round swinging ball. The Antipodeans in the crowd look concerned, but this Aussie moves faster than a John Buck with a jaw full of jellyfish. Saracen stopped, figuring out what to do next, decides that a change in direction might be in order, but Paul is certainly good for 5, and Saracen's got plenty to do if he's to stop this jolly New South Wales swagman from shoving 10 points in his tucker bag. Paul on top of the world at the moment. The founder of the Sydney Hot Shots is certainly a hot shot on the pendulum. Looks like he's seen off Saracen with a combination of cunning and confidence. And this performance will give Mark Everett something to think about. Saracen looks to be stuck, but Paul was right on the ball in this event. John Anderson calls it a day. 10 points to the amazing Aussie, and the flags are flying already. Saracen found himself stuck in the net, but would have had little chance of catching his colonial foe.
And now to the guy under all the pressure, representing Great Britain, it's Mark. And Gladiator is Condor.
Earlier, Mark told me what he thought about Paul Reynolds.
I've seen Paul in training, and I know he's a superb athlete. He's very strong, quick, and good at most of the games. I think we're both the same thinking. He's pleased if he wins, and I'll be very pleased if I win. We're just going to have to get it on and wait and see what happens. But I'm just so pleased to get to the final, represent the UK. I'm going to bring the Ashes back to this country.
3, 2, 1! Mark Everett from Lincolnshire, a former national Gladiators champion, now an international representative. Waits to see the Condor and then makes his move. Steps a bit lively to his left. Wife-to-be Frankie with her sister Andrea. They've seen some action in their time on Gladiators. Supported Mark through and through. Condor, as expected, dominating from an altitude and swoops down on Mark. And Mark has to take flight to evade this feathered foe. Mark descending at speed, but Condor very fast for such a big old bird. Mark drops down and loses his feet. Mark swinging in the wind, clinging for all he's worth, and in a few seconds he'll be worth 5 points. And the Aussies are complaining that Condor hasn't finished it. Mark's held on for 5, but we shouldn't hold our breath for 10. Condor teeing himself up for the flag snatch. Makes a grab. Oh, nearly got it. Fine work by the Condor. 5 valuable points for Mark. And here's that finish again. Condor makes a grab, touches the flag. Mark tries to shuffle away, but lets go of the pendulum and the extra points. But still nets 5. After one event in this Ashes final, Paul kicks off with 10, Mark 5.
Event number 2. Standing at the foot of the wall, it's Catherine. She's going to be chased by Vogue. Also getting ready to climb, it's Marissa. And she's going to be pursued by Lightning.
Here's what Marissa has to say about Catherine.
I think I'll do fairly well against Catherine today. I think that she might do a little bit better on the games tonight, but I know that I'm faster in the Eliminator than she is. But unfortunately, the Eliminator here is quite different, as I found out the other day. So it will be a very hard battle.
Contenders, you will go on my first whistle. Gladiators, you will go on my second. 3, 2, 1.
Catherine nearest the camera on the left side of the wall and Marissa on the right. We know Catherine's an accident-prone abseiler. Let's hope she's a more careful climber. Here come the British Glads. Catherine's in the lead. She's being chased by Vogue with Lightning on Marissa. Catherine over the second overhang, stuck a bit but sorts herself out. Catherine with an extraordinary climbing style, but this will be no picnic at Hanging Rock. Vogue way behind, but Lightning's getting to grips with Marissa. Stops her in her tracks and heaves her from the wall. Catherine staring at the summit. Over she goes for 10 points. Good climb. The national flags get another airing.
Catherine, well done. You said you liked the wall. You've just got up here and got yourself 10 points. Well done.
Yeah! That was great. Really looking forward to the wall. As I said, I've got a lot of upper body strength. Excuse me to all the climbers out there. I do not have a good technique, but that's the first one to the top that wins.
Who cares about technique when it works? Well done, Catherine. That's a fantastic result. 10 points.
Certainly is a fantastic result. Gets her right back in the picture. 10 all after 2 events.
Into the men's event with Paul. And he's going to be chased by Hunter. Also getting ready to climb. Representing Great Britain, it's Mark. And he's going to be followed by Condor. Over to our referee, John Forsyth.
Contenders, you will go on my first whistle. Gladiators, you will go on my second. 3, 2, 1.
Mark in red for Great Britain. Not a great wall technician. Knows he needs the points. Paul in yellow for Australia. Here come those Glads, and we know Hunter is a takedown expert, so Mark must have the advantage. Condor making hard work of the handholds. Paul using the overhang like a ledge. Paul slips, nearly crashes into Hunter, but it looks like victory for Great Britain. The girls are out of their seats, and Mark's in his element. A faultless climb rewarded with a maximum 10 points for being top of the heap. Gets his leg over. claims his reward.
So tell me, Mark, what sort of training did you do for an event like that?
Well, that night, that's the first time I've ever got up the wall successfully. Right. And I was absolutely dreading that. But it just paid off in the end.
It's not often that anyone gets away from Condor. He's very, very quick on the wall. He's one of our best Australian gladiators at that. A well-deserved and well-earned 10 points. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Let's have a big round of applause for Mark.
Well, Condor, I guess all I can ask is what happened?
Well, it's a new wall to me, so I should have done a left when I did a right. That's about it.
Well, I think we'll leave it at that because I don't think you particularly want to say any more. But Paul, a little bit unlucky, but then you've got the top man behind you.
Oh, I think Hunter's been up there and oiled all the pegs for me beforehand. I just slipped off. What can I say? He's good. He's quick. I knew he was quick anyway, so...
And unfortunately for you, not much of a challenge.
No, he did okay. I had a bad start, did have a little bit of a slip. But I think he slipped up in the end. And I wanted to see Mark get to the top, so nice one, Mark.
Nice one for Mark and nice one, Hunter. Let's hear it for Paul and Condor too.
Nice one. Paul 10, Mark 15.
So that's 2 events out of the way. Still to come, swing shot, hand tough and duel. Join us for more Ashes action after the break here on Gladiators.
Welcome back to the Ashes series here at the National Indoor Arena in Birmingham. We're set for our next event. Our challengers representing Australia are Catherine and Marissa. Our British gladiators are Laser and Lightning. To our referee, John Anderson. Contenders ready! Gladiators ready! 3, 2, 1!
Swing out, sisters, for a share of the spoils. Catherine first up the pole. Lightning keeps her out, and there's a terrible tangle. These Aussies spinning like a couple of kangaroos caught on a carousel. That'll take some untying. Marissa refusing to let the yellow go. Looking at it again, Catherine's first cuts across Marissa's projected trajectory, then they both become entwined. John Anderson will tell us how many seconds there are remaining, but my guess is about 50.
There are 50 seconds remaining. 3, 2, 1.
So the old stopwatch does work after all. Swing out, sisters, take 2. 1-0 to Marissa from that first yellow. Lightning high and mighty stops Catherine, but Marissa with more yellows for the collection. Recoils to basket the booty. Catherine again, but Lightning there to stop the looting. Marissa winding up. Here she comes, Laser with her just short of the blue. Catherine again. Lightning anticipates the antipathy and then keeps those hands off the points. Back to her perch. Here's Marissa with free time. Oh, claims a blue for 2. Chews it up. Spits it out. Mounts the basket for a bigger leap. Here's Catherine. Oh, a clumsy bounce. Like a wannabe wearing Wellingtons. But still manages to come away with a blue. Now, can she bank it before the time up? The cords dragged her away from the baskets. She's not going to plant it. Helping hand, but too late. There's the hooter. And Marissa returns to the tower. Let's relive some aerial action. All 4 swingers meet in the middle. Lightning keeps Catherine out, but Marissa claims a pair of lemons and registers them in the basket.
Unfortunately for Catherine, the round had ended when she got that final blue ball. Therefore, her score is 0. For Marissa, better news, 5 points. Let's hear it for our gladiators, Laser and Lightning.
Good work from the Glads, and Marissa's swing shot success means that she takes the lead after 3 events, 15 points to 10.
So now we move into the men's event with Mark. And representing Australia, it's Paul. And they're going to be facing Wolfman and Taipan. Over to John Anderson.
Contenders ready! Gladiators ready!
gets it started, the guys get swinging and the Glads get it sorted. Ball's raining down and Mark returns with a red for 3. Great start, back for more. Giant lead, grabs another red. The high-flying Brit bags another 3-pointer. And Paul baskets a blue to make the score 6-2. Taipan will be boiling like a saucepan because of his failure to get to grips with Mark. Paul again. Taipan again. And Paul plucks a yellow. And Mark grabs the freebie, another blue for 2. 8-3, a storming swing shot this. Paul again. Beats Wolf to the bounce, can't connect. Mark again, blue. Mark just a scoring machine at the moment. Taipan would be better off working as a typist. 10-3 the score. Mark back for more, but can't grab the remaining blue. The cylinder all but stripped clean. Paul wants to make the last ball his. Swings out, he claims it! 2 more for Paul, and that's about it for swing shots. Mark the high flyer in that event. And the family lead the acclaim. And little Harlem joins in. His dad did well in the opener. Mark beat Paul in both Glads to the bounce and was a head and shoulders above the rest to snaffle the red. Impressive recoil too.
So at the end of that event, Paul picked up 2 blues and 1 yellow. That's 5 points. Mark picked up 2 red, 2 blue. That's 10 points.
Oh, it's like the last night at the proms down there.
Gladiators, the Wolfman and Taipan.
Taipan, Australia's crocodile, done nothing. But at least the Wolf can flash his fangs. After 3 explosive events, Paul moves up to 15 and Mark to 25.
Event number 4. First up on duel, it's Marissa. And tonight, she's facing Rio.
The tails of the tape go like this. First Rio, 1 metre 87 frames, supporting 83 kilos of weight. Now Marissa's measurements, which confirm she's 22 centimetres shorter and 22 kilos lighter. It's a bit like Kate Moss taking on Roseanne Barr. 3, 2. Well, it's the second time these two have clashed on the platforms. The first duel went to Rio, and Rio getting to work double-fisted. Rio swinging them in right and left, all right on the helmet. She's left in a daze. Marissa's going. Oh, steps across and joins Rio on her platform. And that puts paid to Marissa's scoring chances. So that's what you look like close up. Rio relentless with the pugil stick, swinging and swiping, putting together a combination of blows and jabs. Managed to draw Marissa's balance, and over she went.
Well, congratulations, Rio, but she did give you a little bit of a challenge there.
Yeah, I must say, I think I'm quite comfortable up there, so she's a really tough cookie.
You certainly were. I mean, you didn't pick up any points on this occasion, but great compliments coming from Rio.
Yeah, she is a very tough contender. She gave me a few herself. She kept getting my stick out of my hand, so I overbalanced and stepped on to join her.
That's her job. Let's hear it for Marissa and for Rio. Well done. Next up on duel, it's Catherine. And she's going to be battling it out against Laser.
Catherine first duelled with Laser last week. Here's what she said about it.
Being a new Gladiator, I didn't think that she'd be so good. And in fact, with that height advantage, she took a long handle, like you do on a cricket bat when you want to hit a 6, and boy, did she nearly hit me into next week.
Struth, it worked. Here she is now, to the minute. 3, 2, 1. Last time Laser conceded 10 points to the Australian contender, so she'll want to improve upon that, but this is not a good start. Laser all over the platform. Recovers well, and now Laser making sure Catherine gets well and truly bushwhacked. Catherine is the 1996 Australian wrestling and judo champion, so she can get more fired up than a hungry dingo in a deli. But Laser taking the battle to her, launching some bombs, but Catherine soaking them up. Takes a smacking, but keeps on whacking. Oh, the time's up. Excellent duel from both girls. And the Australians celebrate 5 well-earned points. Catherine the Great, they call her. In the opening seconds, Laser actually lost her stick, recovered it, and then lost her balance. Recovered that, and then started to get stuck in on her Aussie antagonist.
Well, Laser, I suppose I should congratulate you on recovering, because at one time I thought we were going to lose you completely.
I know, I thought I was off there for a moment.
I mean, you came back and you were a bit angry.
Absolutely. and I could see she was scared. I saw that fear in her eyes. Time was too short.
Certainly was. I mean, you put up a great resistance. As I said, you nearly knocked her off.
Yeah, I was so surprised that she was bending over. I thought, oh my God, I'm going to knock over a gladiator, so I thought I'd better not. It'd ruin the show.
It certainly would have done, but you picked up 5 points. Well done, Catherine. And Laser.
So that evens it up, 15 all after 4 events.
We've seen the girls, now let's see the guys. Representing Australia, it's Paul. The gladiator for the Brits is Hunter.
Their first pugilistic encounter on the platforms was 2 weeks ago. Here's what Paul had to say about it.
Duel was great fun. I was prepared for it. I was ready for it. I really worked it out. I had a lot of coaching with that particular game, and I knew I was coming up Hunter, and I knew he wanted revenge. I was ready for him. I was going to smash him. I was going to crack him. But it just turned out that I went the wrong way. On the very first hit, he came down with a huge, mighty blow to the head, strong enough to knock King Kong off his perch, and I just went down like a bag of potatoes.
And here's hoping Hunter gives him another mashing.
3, 2, 1.
Right, let's get this hammer horror underway. And already Paul's done better than last time. Hunter won't be pleased at having to work this hard to finish it. Paul digging in. Hunter flying the rights into Paul, and Paul steps across. The Hunter falls, but wins the event. Hunter once again, the capacity crowd pleaser. Paul's down, but you've got to take your hat off to Hunter, and the flags are out for him. A great British gladiator.
What did you have for breakfast, mate?
Big bowl of porridge. Yeah, you know, it's not the way I'd like to win. The contender steps over the platform. It's always nice to win with a clean knockdown, but very defensive that time. Last time I took him out, and he was obviously aware I was going to hit him with a few big blows, but he stayed on a bit longer than last time.
Paul, come in here. I know that you were so psyched up for that round, out behind backstage before it started. You were so focused on it.
Man, I was out for revenge because he got me a beauty last game. The tension was that thick he could have cut it with a knife up there. We were looking at each other ready to kill. I'm glad it's over in a way, but full credit to him. He played a good fight.
Well done. Let's have a big round of applause for our challenger, Paul, and for our gladiator, Hunter. No points for the Australian camp. How will the Brits go? It's Mark against the gladiator, Vulcan.
Let's compare these combatants. First, the Australian mean machine, Vulcan. That's his own hair, by the way. It must be. Who'd buy a wig like that? 191 and 115, which means the British boy is 3 centimetres shorter and 29 kilos lighter. And to add to his misery, this Vulcan has never been defeated. Go on, my son.
2, 1.
And Mark first to fire, and Vulcan a bit of a muddle with his stick, head down, comes back. Oh, what a screaming right. Mark gets a rattling, but keeps on battling. The Vulcan unloads a pile of punishment on Mark. Oh, it pushes him back with the prod. Mark dispatched to the mat. Vulcan throws down the gauntlet. Hang on a minute, you meant to do that before the fight. Oh, he knows the words. Or maybe not.
Vulcan, I think showing up there that when it gets down to the ashes of the pride of your nation, it's not only how our Australian challengers perform, but how the Australian gladiators perform at stopping the Brits from scoring points.
Tonight, I want to let all you Brits know that I am the king.
Well, I think the Queen may dispute that. Frankie and Andrea certainly do.
This is the last place to try that one on. I don't think you'll find too many people here agreeing. I don't think you will either, Mark.
No, he's not the king. We're the best, the Brits. He got a bit lucky on that game. I hit him with a few good blows. He got me, due respect to him. But then he just prodded me and I was off balance, so he's lucky.
Well, mate, you're a great sportsman. We'll see how you go for the rest of the night. No points, unfortunately. Let's have a big round of applause for our Brit challenger, Mark.
After 4 events, Mark still leads the way, 25 points to 15.
Moving on to our next event. Representing Australia, it's Marissa. For Great Britain, it's Lightning. Our referee for this round, John Forsyth.
Contender, are you ready? Gladiator, are you ready? 3, 2, 1.
The last event before the final Ashes Eliminator, so the contenders are looking to make it count. When Marissa squared up to Lightning on the rings 2 weeks ago, she scored 5. This time Lightning will be looking to pay her back big time. Lightning defending the centre rings, Marissa looking to swing by. We're used to flashes of brilliance from Lightning, and we need one now because Marissa is charging down the left wing. Lightning trying to get back on terms, but sees the wrong side of Marissa to defend the platform. Marissa can see 10 points waiting if she can get her swing going. She's in the scoring zone. Lightning screams in. Blocks onto Marissa. What a swing. Marissa knees high. Lightning getting a mauling to the face and the throat. This can't be allowed. But the ref's not stopped it. Lightning grabbing a leg, still grappling after that heavy illegal punishment. Gets a handle on Marissa's belt. Marissa needs reminding it's hang tough. Not Australian rules football up there, mate. Lightning's got her in the executioner's embrace. Marissa hanging tough. This, she says, is her favourite event. Lightning can't shift her, and she stays the distance. Fury and Delta happy with the 5 points. And Glacier. John Forsyth will surely have something to say about this.
John, what's the ruling?
Well, unfortunately, whether it's intentional or unintentional, you can't attack around the throat or the head, so I'm afraid we're going to have to disqualify Marissa.
Marissa, no points there. You must be disappointed. Obviously, the spirit of Gladiators, it wasn't an intentional move.
No, it wasn't, and I always believe that anything head high, like also in rugby league and everything that we play back in Australia, that if anything's aimed at the head, it is very dangerous, so I can see their point of view. But I am very disappointed, yes.
Well, rules are rules, and safety is #1 on the game. Unfortunately for you there, no points, Marissa. Let's have a big round of applause for Marissa and for Lightning, our Gladiator. Round 2 for the girls. It's Catherine against Vogue.
Vogue conceded 10 points to Catherine on the wall earlier, so she'll be looking to avenge that defeat. Let's see the supermodel's super stats. She's 1 metre 67 tall and weighs 63 kilos. So although she's 4 centimetres shorter than Catherine, she's 2 kilos heavier.
2, 1.
The cover girl swings out, and there's nothing vague about Vogue when it comes to single-minded determination. Catherine has admitted that this is her least favourite event, and Vogue knows that. In her last hang tough, Catherine crashed out courtesy of Lightning. Wide on the right wing, getting a red ring. Vogue will traverse to intercept. Catherine in a scoring position, but Vogue keeping her in check. Vogue makes a move. The scissors are on. Catherine's got a lot of hanging tough to do. She's going to cling to those points. Vogue trying to shake her free. Oh, there she goes. Textbook takedown, if I say so myself. Vogue moves in, catches Catherine, ties her up and completes the gift wrapping. A very welcome present for the Great British crowd, delivered first class. So after 5 events, Marissa and Catherine are evenly placed, 15 apiece.
So now we move into the men's event with Paul. And he's going to be swinging it out against the king of the rings. It's Saracen.
Saracen, great British beef at its best. 108 kilos of sheer strength and a lovely mover.
Three, 2, 1.
Last week, Ulrika called Tai Pan the king of the rings. That was shortly before he lost to Mark Everett. Let's hope that doesn't bode ill for Saracen right now. Paul hits the centre and the scoring zone. Saracen not well positioned for a takedown scenario. Twisted his rings there, that'll slow him. Paul lost to Wolf in hang tough 2 weeks ago. He's much better placed now, though. Saracen's been out-positioned, and who can believe this? Paul sails onto the platform for 10 very fast hang tough points. Took 25 seconds to secure the maximum. The Aussie's ecstatic.
Oh, Sarah, there I go introducing you as the king of the rings, and I'm not quite sure what you're king of.
It was your fault.
I'm sorry, did I preempt it? He was darn good, though, wasn't he?
He was good. That is the first time I've ever had anyone land on my platform. So, please, a big round of applause.
Let's hear it for Paul! I thought, actually, when he was standing up there, you were looking a little bit uncertain, and then you were just so confident.
I was. I've been having such a bad day, I tell you. I'm so glad to win that one. I think it was a lot of luck involved. Poor old Saracen got a bad ring up there, and then I just got through and I just scraped onto the platform, mind you, though. I nearly fell off.
Well, there wasn't just luck, there was a lot of skill in there as well. Let's hear it for Paul and for Sarah. Well done.
But no excuses. I had a bad day, I suppose.
A bad day, but the Brits love him anyway. Great gladiator, great guy.
Next up on Hang Tough, it's Mark. And he's going to be facing Taipan.
Yes, it's old Smiler himself. I see. Clearly no laughs to be had with him, so let's find out what he's got to offer stat-wise. He boasts a mighty, meaty 1 metre 83 figure and weighs 105 kilos. Bet he's the life and soul of a party.
3, 2, 1.
Cheerful Chop swings out. Last week he was more tin pot than Taipan, surrendered 10 points to Mark, so he'll be looking for some payback tonight. Mark on a red ring already and bypasses the Taipan with ease. Are we in for a repeat performance? The Pan Man covering his platform. Mark stalls and makes to traverse to the centre, but he's lining himself up to become a pancake. The Gladiator can't connect, but Mark's one-ringed. Mark recovers, but he's becalmed at the Australian's mercy. The Gladiator in a pole defensive position. Mark looking to go down the blind side. Taipan's there. Mark making serious progress now. 2 rings from the platform. Surely this has got to be it. He's there. Oh, no, he's not. Straight into the jaws of hell. This looks serious. Oh, he's down. How unlucky can you get? Oh, a nice sporting reaction from the Aussie girls. Let's find out what happened.
Oh, Mark. I'm not happy. You must be devastated.
Bit devastated, yeah. He's going fairly well.
You put in a lot of work there. I mean, traversing, getting out of his way, and then...
Yeah, he just caught me. If I had enough swing and was over 1 more ring, I would have made it, but I didn't have the bottle to just go for the platform, so I wouldn't have made it, so I had to come back, and that's when he got me.
Well, there's a lot of disappointed people in the audience, but I expect you're delighted.
I'm wrapped. I'm really wrapped with that. It was a bit of cat and mouse at the end there, but I'm the cat.
You certainly were. Let's hear it for Taipan, and let's hear it for Mark. Never mind.
I thought Taipans were snakes, not cats. Never mind, after 5 events, Australia evens the score, 25 apiece.
Well, now it's do or die time. Waiting just round the corner is the Eliminator. Join us after the break here on Gladiators. Welcome back to the National Indoor Arena here in Birmingham, where it's Eliminator time. Now, will the Ashes remain undecided, or will they go back to Australia? We'll be finding out in just a moment. First, let's take a look at the scoreboard. Both Marissa and Catherine are on 15 points. There will be no head start. Over to you, Mike.
Well, of course, Ulrika, last time we met at the Ashes, the female Brits won the event. Tonight, it's going to be an Australian. Marissa, last time we saw you here on the Eliminator, we can see the damage that the Travelator did to you. What sort of thoughts go through your mind as you're going to face it tonight?
This time I'd like to eat it first.
OK, so you're going to eat up the Travelator. We hope so. Catherine, you all set for this event?
No problems. As I said to everybody else, the Australians aren't here for a long time. We're here for a good time.
Well, we're sure that the British crowd is going to be behind both of our challenges tonight. All that remains now is to see which side you start from. We'll bring John Forsyth in to do the toss. Catherine? Heads. Call for heads.
Heads it is.
OK, we'll swap sides and get set to start the event.
You can do it, Kat!
Catherine and Marissa, you will both go on my first whistle. 3, 2,
Well, the only thing you can predict in this particular Eliminator is an Australian victory. The girls from Down Under go up and over. Marissa from Canberra nearest the camera. Into the bungee where the elastic is designed to stretch the contender. Catherine emerges intact first. The only way is up the rope. Leads to the hand ladder. Marissa had a nightmare Travelator in her heat, but Catherine completed the course in 1 minute 13 and is striking out with a good lead. The rollers proved to be problem-free. Both girls safely onto the net, and Marissa claws back the lead. Level pegging on the net. The PE teacher versus the physiotherapist and personal trainer. Up to the gantry, and Marissa just ahead. She'll take the furthest zip line. Fury and Storm on their feet. Side by side down the slide. Simultaneous splashdown. First to recover is Marissa, but Catherine is up the beam first. Marissa retakes the lead. Good balance from both girls. Marissa in the lead. Oh, Catherine's off. Marissa up the travelator. Can she tame it this time? Oh, she stumbles. Oh, she's slipping. No, she gets the leg over. She's there. The Ashes champion, Marissa Hübner from Canberra. The celebrations have started already. Catherine, their valiant contender from Victoria, lost her balance on the beam with half a metre to go and lost her claim on the title at the same time. Up the travelator with ease, a gallant runner-up.
Well, Marissa Hübner, you must be in agony, but you must be absolutely delighted. After all that, I'm going to make you hold that because I'm not holding it for a second longer than I have to. Huge congratulations. How are you feeling?
Very tired, but very happy.
You must be delighted.
I am. I knew it was going to be tough getting up that travelator, but I wasn't going to let it break me again.
No, I mean, you've got the scars to prove you've been here a couple of times. And in here, I have a cheque for £6,000. I understand that's about 12,000 Australian dollars. Let's hear it for Marissa. Well done.
Catherine, sometimes it's the things that we don't think will cause us any trouble that actually jump up and do it. And for you, it was that balance beam. I mean, that's probably, everyone would think, the easiest piece of equipment on the whole course.
No, for me, the rolling logs and the balance beam have been my bogey. But all credit to Marissa. She had a clean run. She went all the way through. We've had a good time. The Australians have come and had a really good time. Thanks to everybody, and thank you, Birmingham.
Well done. A great sport. And for you, Catherine? Wow. Don't go yet because I have something to give you. Of course, there's your trophy and a cheque for £2,000, which is well worth it. 4,000 Australian dollars. Well done. Congratulations, and congratulate both our Australians. A fantastic event there in the female Eliminator.
Both girls with their hands full there. And both guys have got their hands full as well. Level pegging scores-wise means a head-to-head start on the men's Eliminator.
Well, Mark, what a night it's been so far. And now, of course, there's no head start at all. You've got the Ashes, the result of the Ashes resting on your shoulders, just to put it mildly.
A little bit of pressure. Best thing I can do is just give it 100%. That way I'll know that I'm going to perform well.
And what about you, Paul? I mean, you've had some support from our audience here tonight, but this is the deciding factor as far as the Ashes goes.
Yes, well, Ulrika, the audience has been fabulous tonight. Thank you very much, England. However, this is the biggest event of my life, and I'm going to give it 100%. And I've got the pressure of all Australia on my shoulders, so I'm going to carry that and hopefully bring home the Ashes to Australia.
Well, we'll wait to find out what the result is, but as there's no head start, let's bring in John Anderson to flip a coin as to who's going to go in which lane. So I'll ask you to flip the coin, and then you can ask Mark to call.
Thank you, Rika. Mark, you're going to call, and the winner of the toss gets to decide.
Heads.
Head.
Heads is called. Heads it is.
All right, Mark, which side do you want to go on?
I'll stay on this side.
All right, then. OK, the very best of luck to both of you, and we'll all be watching you very intensely. Good luck. Over to John Anderson.
Glacier and Delta leading the Australian contingent.
Mark and Paul, you will both go on my whistle. 3, 2.
So it's Great Britain versus Australia. Mark Everett from Boston in Lincolnshire against Paul Reynolds from Sydney, New South Wales. Scrambling through the rubber room, the slightest mistake on any element will cost dear tonight. And Paul sneaks into the lead. Paul spins the pedals into action, and Mark starts the handbike. Screaming him on is Frankie. Paul bounds across the rollers like a kangaroo. Mark having a tough handbike. Paul on the net, joined by Mark now. Mark needs a good net if he's to stay on terms. The Aussies can see the Ashes going down under. Paul onto the gantry, the lead beginning to yawn. Frankie can feel it slipping. Mark up and at it. Paul down on the zip for Australia. Spectacular splashdown ahead of him, the graveyard. It's all on the line now for Mark. Paul on the beam. Kristen and Tracy are on their feet. They think it's all over. It is now. Paul Reynolds swings through to secure the Ashes for Australia. A great win, plucked from a head-to-head start. Mark Everett, the gallant Brit, gave his all, but the Ashes are Australia's.
You must be so excited, delighted, everything.
Oh, words cannot describe. This is unbelievable. I can't believe I'm here. I still can't.
The biggest event of your life, and you come through a winner.
Oh, when am I going to wake up? Somebody pinch me, please. This is unbelievable.
Well, let me wake you up by giving you this big mama here and a cheque for £6,000. And unfortunately for us, you will be going back to Australia with the Ashes.
I'm proud, so proud. Thank you to all of our Australian team. I did this for the Australian team. Mary and Conley, I promise I'd say that. All the executives, all the staff, everybody's been behind this. This is unbelievable. I want to say thank you to everybody here, and especially to my contender, Mark, who's been brilliant. He's been a gentleman the whole way through again.
Let's hear it for Australia and Paul Reynolds.
Well done. Commiserations, commiserations. Let's present you with your trophy and, of course, a prize for £2,000 for being the runner-up. And, of course, you've been the man under the most pressure tonight, being the only one who could have saved the Ashes and kept it in a tight situation. Unfortunately, that wasn't the way tonight.
Yeah. The Eliminator went really well. I just messed up on the hand bite. I didn't seem to have it when I wanted to pull it out of the bag.
Look, I know that for sure, not only the home crowd, but I'm sure everybody around the world is really inspired by your sportsmanship and just how great and fit and athletic you are. And congratulations, anyone, a fantastic effort right through this series. Let's have a big round of applause for Mark. Well done, Mark. Well done. Big flowers for you.
Well, Mike, I have to say, I'm truly gutted.
Look, I have to smile, Ulrika, because I must admit that for my countrymen and for Australia, I'm very happy. But the challenge is well and truly set. Here are the Ashes, and we'll be taking them home. But you guys will have to come back to get them. We'll see you next time when we do the Ashes again. So the challenge is well and truly there for you, Brits, Ulrika.
Yeah, you bet your bottom dollar. We'll be back. Join us for more action on Gladiators.
Goodbye.
For safety reasons, do not attempt to recreate any of the events you have seen on Gladiator.
In a few moments, Jim Bowen and Tony Green are here as 3 more couples get ready to play bullseye and try to win a speedboat. Probably. Then at 9, 4 famous faces are waiting to raise money for charity. That's the Chase Celebrity Special, new to Challenge.